It was Liam's idea. Of course it was. He always had the wild ideas. Road trip, he texted, just 2 words. But they were enough. Enough to spark something. It was late, past midnight on a Thursday. We should have been sleeping. Work in the morning. Responsibilities. But the city felt small that night. Too small for the 4 of us. Maya, Mark, Liam, and me. We needed air. We needed escape. The text buzzed again. Now. Packing was a blur, a mad dash. Toothbrushes, a change of clothes, maybe a sweater, the important things. Liam brought a battered guitar. Maya grabbed a bag of chips and 3 kinds of soda. Mark, ever practical, checked the car's oil. I just grabbed my phone and a sense of adventure. We piled into Mark's old sedan. The engine coughed to life. A good sign. Or maybe a warning. We didn't care. We were young. We were free. Or at least we felt like it. The highway stretched out, a black ribbon under a sky full of stars. We rolled the windows down. The cool night air rushed in. It smelled like freedom, like possibilities. Liam strummed his guitar. Badly. We sang along anyway, off-key, loud. We didn't have a destination, no map, just the open road and each other. That was the best part, the easy laughter, the shared silence, the feeling that anything could happen, and it would be an adventure. We were chasing the horizon, hours melted away, one town blurred into the next. Gas station coffee fueled us. Bad jokes kept us awake. We talked about everything. We talked about nothing. The bond between us felt strong, unbreakable, like the road itself, stretching on forever. There was a magic in that car, a sense of pure, uncomplicated joy. No past, no future, just the now, just the hum of the tires on the asphalt. The world outside the windows was a dark, sleeping giant, and we were wide awake, stealing moments. Sunrise was a smudge of orange and pink, beautiful, but it brought a new idea. Liam saw a sign, a small faded sign, pointing down a narrow dirt track. Blackwood Creek Road, it read. Shortcut? He asked, a grin on his tired face. Mark was hesitant. The sedan wasn't made for rough roads, but Maya was curious. I was too. The main highway felt predictable now. This road promised something different, something unknown. So Mark turned the wheel. The car bumped onto the gravel, the trees pressed in. Tall, dark. Their branches like skeletal fingers. The sunlight struggled to reach us here. It became dimmer, filtered. The world outside the car changed. The cheerful bird songs of the highway faded. A strange quiet descended. An unnatural stillness. The only sound was the crunch of gravel under our tires. Even Liam stopped strumming his guitar. The air felt heavy, thick, like we were driving into a dream. Or maybe something else. A place not meant for us. Then the fog appeared. It didn't roll in slowly. It was just there, all at once. A wall of white. It clung to the trees. It swirled across the road. Mark slowed the car. Visibility dropped to almost nothing. The headlights cut weak beams into the dense mist. It felt like we were the only people left in the world, isolated, trapped in a white cocoon. The temperature seemed to drop. I shivered. It wasn't just the cold, it was something else. A prickling on my skin. The car began to cough, a small sputter at first, then a louder one. Mark frowned. He pressed the gas. The engine whined, but we kept moving. Slower now, deeper into the fog, deeper into the silence. The easy camaraderie from the night before was gone, replaced by a tight, nervous energy. Jokes died on our lips. We looked at each other, eyes wide. What had we driven into? This wasn't an adventure anymore. This felt wrong, very wrong. Liam saw it first. He gasped, pointed.
What's that?
His voice was a hoarse whisper. Through a momentary thinning of the fog, we saw it. A figure, standing by the side of the narrow road. Tall, still, too still. It was just a shape, a dark silhouette against the gray-white mist. My heart hammered in my chest. Was it a person or just a strangely shaped tree stump? The fog thickened again. It was gone. But the image burned into my mind.
Probably just a scarecrow.
Her voice tried for casual. It didn't quite make it.
Or a weird mailbox.
He didn't believe it. I didn't either. Scarecrows didn't feel like that. They didn't radiate cold. They didn't make the air crackle with unseen energy. We drove on, for a minute, maybe 2. The silence in the car was heavy, unbearable. each of us lost in our own thoughts, trying to rationalize, trying to forget what we thought we saw. But the feeling lingered. Then it happened again. The car rounded a slight bend, and there it was, closer this time, definitely not a scarecrow. It was the shape of a woman, slender, draped in something dark, long hair, or maybe it was part of the cloth, obscured where a face should be. It seemed to turn its head as we approached, slowly, deliberately, but there was no face, just a pale, smooth blankness. A scream caught in my throat. Mark swerved slightly, his knuckles white on the steering wheel. The engine died. Not a sputter, not a cough. It just cut out. Complete silence. Then a sound, faint, from outside. A soft, humming sound, or maybe it was a whisper too low to understand, carried on the chill, damp air. Panic erupted, pure, undiluted terror. Liam fumbled with his door handle. Maya was crying softly. Mark frantically turned the key in the ignition. Nothing. The car was dead, and the faceless thing was out there, in the fog, watching us, waiting. Headlights. Suddenly. Cutting through the fog behind us. We all jumped. A vehicle. An old pickup truck. It rumbled to a stop beside us. An old man was inside. Weathered face, kind eyes. But they held a deep sadness. He rolled down his window.
You kids all right?
His voice was gravelly, calming. We must have looked terrified. We probably were.
Car trouble?
He added, looking at our dead sedan. Liam managed to nod.
Did you see her?
The old man asked. His voice dropped. He knew what we had seen. He told us to get in his truck. We scrambled out of our car, into the relative safety of his. As Mark tried our ignition one last time, our engine miraculously roared back to life. The old man just nodded. He told us the story as he drove us slowly back towards the main road. A local legend, a woman, betrayed by a lover, left to die on this very road, decades ago, lost in a sudden thick fog just like this one. They never found her body. She wanders the road now, he said, the faceless woman, looking for something, or someone, maybe the one who wronged her. Maybe just anyone to share her endless, lonely vigil. He said she mostly appears when the fog is thick, when people get lost. He told us we were lucky. Some who see her get more than just a scare. He didn't elaborate. He didn't need to. The chill in his voice was enough. The fog seemed to stay behind us, clinging to that cursed stretch of Blackwood Creek Road. We reached the highway. Sunlight felt like a blessing. The old man wished us well. We thanked him, profusely. We drove home. The laughter from the night before was a distant memory, replaced by a heavy silence, a shared trauma. We were changed. The world felt different, thinner. The shadows seemed deeper. The road trip was over. We were back to our normal lives. But sometimes, late at night, when a fog rolls in, I see her, the faceless woman, waiting, and I know she's still out there.